officially opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Jacksonville. From the 10.
The Jaguars take over at their own 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's second and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. Steps away to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Hey, 7. Hey,
Lawrence will throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To the air, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Jags will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Lawrence. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Hines. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 84 yards. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From just inside it. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 10. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers... Near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, box.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We go!
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left it. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Russell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here's Hines. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On second down, Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional, In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They run again on first down. Cook to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run it again with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Cook up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run with Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30.
You ready?
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now Lawrence on first down. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 75.
And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Jaguars take over on 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Man open, here is Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Hey, Lawrence!
And to throw again is Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey.
Lawrence will throw. Jones has it. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bills, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.